All rise. Judge Vanderbeek Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1039, White case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Mrs. White, what brings you here today?
Well, Judge Bonda, nice to see you again. You look beautiful.
Thank you. Nice to see you too. And it's interesting to see you sitting on this side.
Yes, well.
With Mr. White?
Yes, Damien is here today. He's finally back from building that bridge.
Right, but it's interesting that you're here making a request because the last time you were here, his ex-wife was making a request for child support and you gave her such a hard time.
Well, you know, back then I was so blinded by love and a bunch of other things, and now
Isn't that ironic?
Dollar signs.
Yes.
All right, everyone, let's jump into another interesting child support case. Mrs. White is asking for support for her 2 kids while she and Mr. White go through their divorce. The judge quickly points out the irony. Mrs. White once criticized Mr. White's ex-wife for requesting child support, and now she's in the same position. Mrs. White admits that karma has caught up with her, leading to a fair but tense discussion. Let's see what happens.
I believe that I have definitely learned my lesson and karma has definitely come around.
Okay, well, you said it, but continue. What brings you here?
So I would like to request child support for our 2 beautiful children.
Okay.
I cannot send them to school on my own. I don't want to pull them out. You know, they have their friends and they're doing so well, and I would hate to make them change schools.
Okay, and you said that you're paying tuition?
Yes.
Are you paying it or is Mr. White paying it?
Well, when we were together, we were paying it. But, you know, now that I have to find a new job and to subsequent the money that I no longer have coming in, I need his help.
Okay. All right. And how much is tuition?
Tuition is about $5,000 a year per child.
Okay. Per year?
Yes.
Okay. This better be a pretty great school.
Yeah. It's connected to Yale and Harvard.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So, how was the bridge? Because you definitely didn't show up for court the last time.
No, I did not, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm guessing everything went well.
I'm a civil engineer, Your Honor, and I was in Italy for a conference, not the building of the Bridge of Gibraltar.
Oh, okay.
You must have lied to
Well, she didn't know.
Apparently didn't know that there's a large step up from being housewife to employed.
Oh. I caught that. Continue.
So I'm currently paying the insurance for our children.
Okay. And how much is that?
$500?
$500. Okay. And that's for both children?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Continue.
Now,
Mrs. White presents her case, asking for child support to help cover the $55,000 yearly tuition for each of their 2 children who attend an elite school linked to Yale and Harvard. She explains that it's hard to manage the costs alone, especially as she moves from being a stay-at-home mom to finding a job. The judge listens closely, recognizing the high cost of private school. Mrs. White also mentions she's paying $500 a month for the kid.
I don't understand exactly why my loving wife would think that in combination that we are paying for our children, considering I'm the only one that works. And quite frankly, she does not.
Okay.
And only spends.
That's
Okay.
not true. That's not true.
Ma'am, he's speaking. Okay. So you guys are going through a divorce. She now is getting ready to work because she's not working yet, right?
From what I'm told, Your Honor, yes.
Okay. And this tuition, is it accurate what she said?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. That's a pretty expensive school, but I mean, if, you know, it has its affiliations, I definitely understand. $500 for health insurance, and how many other children do you have?
Just the one other with my ex-wife.
Okay. and then you all have 2 together. All right. And I do have your child support amount, giving you credit for the health insurance as well as credit for your other children. Your child support amount comes out to $1,391. Okay. Now let me explain to you how that affects you. You're definitely going to have to get a job.
Oh, I do have a job.
Well, you're definitely going to have to continue working that job, because if you notice, his child support is only about close to $1,400. You said tuition is about $5,000 a year per child.
Right.
So after he pays child support, he does not have to give you anything extra. You understand that?
Oh, I completely understand.
And you understand that you will be covering the difference.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you're okay with that?
Yes, Judge.
Anything further? Sounds pretty straightforward to me.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything further?
Can I just let you know that I do have a legitimate job, okay? Like, I have my own hair care business. It's starting
I thought that was a question for me. Are you talking to him?
Well, I'm just letting both of you know that I do have a legitimate job.
Okay,
you
great.
know, and it's doing pretty
Congratulations.
well.
That is wonderful. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Mr. White speaks up, questioning why he should bear the financial burden alone. He points out that he's the only one earning income and has already been paying for the children's expenses, including health insurance. The judge digs deeper, asking about Mr. White's income and other financial responsibilities, including a child from his previous marriage. While Mr. White stays calm, Mrs. White makes an emotional plea, but the judge...
Anything further? Sounds pretty straightforward to me.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything further?
Can I just let you know that I do have a legitimate job, okay? Like, I have my own hair care business. It's starting
I thought that was a question for me. Are you talking to him?
Well, I'm just letting both of you know that I do have a legitimate job.
Okay,
you
great.
know, and it's doing pretty
Congratulations.
well.
That is wonderful. Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
The judge gets straight to the point, calculating Mr. White's child support at $1,391 per month. This includes credits for health insurance and his other child. She explains that while this covers basic support, it won't fully cover the $110,000 yearly tuition for both children. Mrs. White will have to pay the difference, and the judge stresses that she must keep working to make ends meet. The ruling is firm but fair, making it clear that both parents share responsibility for their children. As the case wraps up, the judge reflects on Texas child support laws, which are based on income, financial obligations, and dependence. She also highlights the importance of both parents contributing to their kids' education and health care. The episode ends with a message. If you know someone in a similar situation, share their story.